Hello and welcome back to a Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings 3. We are in the Westlands War against a revolt that they're having. It's currently a liberty war with this guy over here leading it. Now, there has been a suggestion made in the comments which makes a lot of sense. The suggestion is that we should use our intrigue to help Cersei in the war by potentially just simply abducting this guy. Now, I'm not entirely sure this is going to give 100% war score. I think the type of war it is means that it won't, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm not that sure on it here, so we're going to abduct him, and the worst that happens is we gain a bunch of money, and even if the war ends before we actually finish it, we'll still earn a bunch of money if we can actually abduct him. So, we'll see what we can do. I mean, it's a very low chance because we're at war, but we'll see. Might as well get the scheme going. I mean, worst thing comes to the worst, we can get revenge. Just kind of cool. Let's also do this. This gets us some scheme power for free. Wonderful. We're still at -5, huh? Let's work out, like, roughly what the actual number is. So 15, 30, 40, 50, 60, like 90, 100 and something. I think we're like... yeah, we're 100 and something, so we're minus like 200, so we're minus like 150-ish. Like, probably like 130-ish. Anyway, basically we're minus 130, which means that most of it doesn't really matter. We're so far down, it's just not going to happen currently. If we're not at war, though, we're probably up like 70. Right, so we're probably like at 70, yeah, because that 5% is just the minimum chance we don't actually have 5. Yeah, so we're like at 70 with a max of 85. That's reasonable. I mean, it's got 12 months on it. We'll see what happens. If the war's over in 12 months, maybe we get them. Maybe we get the 5% chance. Who knows? Maybe we get some events that allow us to get extra chances, but it's better than just doing literally nothing, which was our previous, I don't really want to say plan, but it was what we were previously doing. Now, it's also been asked in the comments whether we can have a look at our children and work out what each child is doing, because some people have lost track, and to be honest, it's probably good now that we've lost our heir, because, you know, we need to figure out what's next for us. So, our current heir is Petyr Baelish. He is currently refusing marriage, which isn't terrible, because I think if we become him, we can get rid of that, but he does also want to be a member of the Kingsguard. That's going to be a problem. I guess I should have started with Petyr. Petyr's dead. But yeah, potentially that's a problem, him wanting to be a member of the Kingsguard, but we'll see. I mean, the thing about the Kingsguard is you kind of need a member of the Kingsguard to die before you can, you know, become a member of the Kingsguard. I thought there was a way of seeing, but maybe I'm thinking of the CK2 mod. There's a trait, right? There's a trait. Kingsguard? There we go. Perfect. That'll be the way to find. Are there 7 kings? Wait, 1, 2, no, there's only 6 characters here. I was going to say, are there 7 Kingsguard, usually? I thought there was more. I thought there was like a whole lot more. But yeah, maybe there is a space on the Kingsguard. I don't know how we would even, like, make that happen. Let me just see here. Are we able to say, hey, do you want somebody to be a member of your Kingsguard? No. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's only 6 members usually? I have no idea how many are meant to be there. Anyway, essentially, that's what's going on with that son. I have no idea about the mechanics, but that's what's happening. Now, after that son, we have Lewis and Baelish. Now, he is the son... Oh, it should also do who their parents are. That is the son of Cersei. Lewis Baelish is the son of Caitlyn. So, she is currently in charge of the Riverlands. He is second in line to the Riverlands, if we have a look here, right? Second in line. The problem is, if she dies, the title goes to Robb, and will follow the current succession that Robb has on his title, right? It's just the way it tends to work. So, it will go down this path, so Benjen would end up the heir if Robb inherits. If Robb doesn't inherit, then it would go to Lewis, right? Now, Lewis has a claim either way, but again, we're not actually going to be declaring wars, so the claim only matters if someone else is going to press the claim, which is kind of difficult to set up. In fact, I'm not entirely sure how I would go about it. I guess you try and work out who might dislike him and kill everyone who dislikes him and kill everyone who likes Rob better. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure there's an easy way of making that happen without being in the realm. I guess if you're in the realm, you can kind of make the faction happen, but anyway. So that's what's up with Lewis. Next up, we have Ethel. Ethel is Cersei's child. Also, apparently, is scaly, which is not ideal. We're probably going to marry Ethel to somebody. I don't know what we're going to do with that marriage, but that's probably what we're going to do with Ethel. Caitlyn is Caitlyn's daughter, and I currently have 0 plans. But I guess we're going to marry her to someone. I guess we could legitimize, except for the fact that Stannis doesn't like me as much as he used to. So, yeah, maybe. Then we have Henrietta, who is another child of Cersei, who will probably marry off. And then we have Corwin. Corwin is another child of Cersei. Now, Corwin is currently betrothed, which is news to me. I'm going to invite Corwin to court and maybe break this betrothal, because I have no reason for us to have this betrothal. Corwin, I think, is going to be the heir to this land, to the Westlands, in the end, if Tywin isn't. Yeah, so Corwin is next in line to the Westlands if Tywin does not take up that position. So he's potentially our heir. Like, very potentially our heir. So, that's fine there. So, next child is Corwin. Then we have Creighton, who is Lysa's child, who is currently in line to nothing. But I guess is in line to the Riverlands. Oh, he's in line to the Riverlands via Lysa, her sister's claims to the Riverland. Okay, yeah, so he is 4th in line, but he's like after the Vale, which is a bit problematic because we'd have to kill him to then allow this to work. It just gets awkward if we have to go down to that point, so we'd rather not. Next up, we have Cersei, child of Cersei. No plans. We have Melissa, a daughter of Caitlyn. No plans. Where are we? We have Ben, son of Cersei. No plans. Also not our child. And then we have Benedict, also not our child. Also son of Cersei. Cool. And that, I think, is the children roundup. Hopefully you have an idea of what's happening now. Main ones to pay attention to: Tywin, Lewis, Corwin. Lewis is Riverland's heir. Tywin, Corwin, potentially Westerland's heirs. And then everybody else is kind of unnecessary, right? Might use them for alliances and things, but beyond that, we're not getting too much. Lewis is my new player heir. Excuse me? Oh! Because Tywin is a member of the Kingsguard. Alright then. That clears that up. There was a spot in the Kingsguard, and he has filled it. Okay. Cool. Well, now, just to go over it. So now our heir is second in line to the Riverlands, which is cool. And then our second heir, as in our spare, is effectively in line to the Westerlands. So, when we become Lewis, Lewis will have to kill Corwin after Corwin gets the title, which will then make the title pass to Lewis because he is the oldest member of his house who is closest related, if that makes sense. So if you have a look at Corwin here, mother dead, right, in this scenario, he would then be, yeah, if you... I'm trying to think of the right way of putting it. If you have a look along his family tree, couldn't pass to us because we'd be dead. Couldn't pass to Cersei because she'd be dead. Would pass to Tywin. I think it wouldn't pass to Cersei anyway, even if it was our title, right? It would pass to the brother. So it should pass, sorry, to Lewis, not to Tywin because he's ineligible. So yeah, title should pass there, in theory. We'll see though. Who knows? By the way, he's arrived at our court. Yeah. Sorry, I'm breaking that betrothal because it's terrible. Yeah. I would much rather you be betrothed to nobody than that one, actually. Although, wait a second. Helia Adorn, you're looking for a marriage with the eligible bachelor of Corwin? How are you feeling about that one? Negative 1,132. Yeah, I thought the chances would be 0, but, you know, it was worth having a look. How about Clarice of the Reach here? Would you marry Corwin? No. Although that's not as bad as it seems. If we could afford a grand wedding, we could get an extra 40. Which we're not that far off being able to say that we can afford one. But we'd also need to not have as many alliances as we have. So, yeah, we'll hold off for now. That's fine. We've increased our liege's opinion of us, which is good. So hopefully he's going to be cool with us going forward. Enemies have left the Liberty War. Well, that's good. My scheme to abduct him has been found out. Well, I mean, it didn't really lower the chance very much, did it? That's fine. What's the numbers? It's 18 versus 44 still? Okay. It's better. And it was above 50 previously in terms of the number of troops they had, so... yeah. It's fine. Does mean our plan of abducting him after the war is much less likely, but wasn't, you know, doesn't really matter too much. Creighton, we can make Creighton shy. Doesn't really bother me if you're shy. I don't really want the stress from choosing a different one, so we'll let him be shy for now. Okay, cool. Right. Well, we were going to get someone to marry Carolyn. We could potentially kill Lionel Frey and then try and get somebody else to marry Carolyn. The problem is that Carolyn is... yeah, the problem about her is that we would have to get Maynard to say yes, unless we can get Lionel Frey to join our court. He's in a matrilineal marriage. Yeah. I was thinking if we get Lionel Frey to join our court, that might drag Carolyn with him, but I don't think it will because it's matrilineal. I think we still need Carolyn in our court. And she's still going to just say no, unless we could get a hook on her, maybe. Maybe a strong hook would allow us to get her into our court. When we get her into our court, we could then kill Lionel Frey. We could then marry her to Lewis. That would then potentially allow us to have somebody who's the in charge of the Riverlands, with their heir being in charge of the Vale, which would then allow us, once we kill his brothers, to take the Westlands, the Riverlands, and the Vale in one fell swoop. It's an idea. We'll see if it works. Carolyn, by the way, is also our child. It just doesn't mark it as such. But that's fine. I think one of the people in the north we killed was our child as well. Leopold, I think it was. Yeah. But, you know, he's dead now. So that's fine. Abduct scheme with 5% chance. What do you think is going to work? Stannis has invited me to a tournament. It's got board games in it. Sure, I'll go to your tournament. I kind of feel like I should just always go via water. Right? I just feel like that's sensible. It's much less dangerous. And you only need a captain. You tell me there's no way to King's Landing via... Wait, where's King's Landing? Oh, there it is. No, that's fine. I was going to say there's no way via water, but obviously there must be. There we go. Right. So that means that there's 0 dangers on the route. I don't know why we wouldn't take this route every single time. It just makes so much more sense. It's probably longer, but... Activity starts on the 9th moon. We arrive on the 7th moon. Yeah, it might be longer, but we still arrive 2 months early. Let's go. Right. Oh, and because it's a tournament, let's just go set all of these before we even get to it. I'll participate in board games. The rest of it I'm not that bothered about. Goal. Befriend Stannis, maybe? Are we Stannis' friend currently? No. Okay, well, we're going to continue trying to be Stannis' friend. Befriend Stannis. Done. Right. And head along. The Winged Thief. I'm stirred from my relaxing trip across the Great Blue Sea by a sudden shriek. I sprint into the stores below deck, and I'm horrified to find a pigeon beside the shredded remains of our supplies, its feathers stretched thin against its foul, bloated belly. My rage, I could have killed the repugnant winged menace right there, but I'm stopped by my courtier, Tyget. Hark! Stay your hand, you vile fop doodle. Don't you know it's bad luck to kill a bird at sea? Then show mercy, or nothing will stop me from killing the blasted bird. I'm gonna kill the bird. My superstitions were abated. Fantastic. And we lost some stress. Hey, I got 22 money. Fantastic. Right. Tavern. Oh, Stannis isn't here. Okay, we're going to rile these people up for the small chance that we get intrigue, which we didn't get. 5% chance that I abduct this guy. Let's go. No one knows the brigands were working for me. I think we have to give up on that plan. I think that it was a try, but we got lucky that nobody revealed that it was us. And honestly, it's at 99% already. I think that's just over. Yeah, not much that we could have done there. Let's go to the village. Fool's performance. We've had this one a few times. We can learn about somebody's secret for free. Or I can say I want to see you juggle. I want to see him juggle because I need to lower my stress. How's your war going, Cersei? Minus 100, huh? Yeah. It's not good. Not good. How many days have we got till this? 4 days. Cool. Let's do a artisan's quarters. Ooh. I survey the bolts of rare fabric and samples of cloth hanging at the tailor's stall. Every taste from highest to lowest is served. I can't help but think of what Stannis would appreciate as a look over the finery. No doubt something here would appeal to him. So we can go for a fine banner. Oh, I forgot that when you open that you can't move things around on the screen. So fine banner. Something else. Something else. Or something else. So gentle, warlike, or proud. Just, stubborn, cynical, callous. So he's probably not gentle. He is a general. Let's go for something warlike, maybe? Threaded gifts. King Stannis graciously accepts my bundle, opening it as carefully as his excitement allows. He can't hide his appreciation as he examines the gift from every angle. What fine work. This would stop all but the heaviest of blows. He thanks me profusely as we part ways. He has become my friend, and he got 2 injury-resistant prowess. Wonderful. So we could now be like, I'm going to be friends with somebody else if we wanted to. I could try and be friends with Caitlin Tully / Stark. Yeah, see if she'll be friends with us. Right. We got 8 days till we can visit a locale, which isn't going to happen. Let's see if this ends. It did. Challenge rival to a fight. Harry Karstark has challenged me to a fight. I mean, I'm going to say no, because that seems really bad. We've also lost this war. Also you, I'm going to murder you. Just out of principle, really. Right, who have we got? So we got Stannis against Arthur. We got Balin versus Lord Christopher. We got Hubbard versus Lord Meryn. And we got Harris versus Lord Edmund. Okay. Didn't Balin Greyjoy win this last time? I think he did. Well, let's go back into here. Okay. So Stannis knocked Arthur out. Good for Stannis. So Stannis, Balin, Hubbard, and Harris have got through. So 2 people from the Iron Islands are through. Balin, Hubbard has been decided. It's now Balin through to the final. Harris is through to the final. Hey, so it's the 2 people from the Iron Islands through. And the winner is... I think Balin's got it again. Let's see. Balin has won the Joust contest for the 2nd time running. Well done. Unhappy fans. Above the baying of the crowd, I can hear quite clearly the brewing of a fight. Craning my neck to look behind me, I can make out 2 figures, each with a handful of the other's garments. Exactly what this dispute is over is uncertain, but a small circle of rowdy watchers have already formed. You worthless swain, Miria spits out, cursing as she rears up to her full height. Pulliver responds in kind. You're a churl and a dock sail. Rip your guts out. The two are quite clearly squaring off. Then try and break it up. Chance we become wounded. Come now. This is no place for a fight. Or yeah, hit her. Well, I don't really care about these people, so I said hit her. Right. Tavern. Allegiance burped. Okay, so this person is doing the one where they're drunk and they can swear their allegiance to you. So we can potentially get this septum. I don't really need him, I think. I think we're okay. We'll safeguard a knight's honor. It gives me so much stress, though. And say prove yourself. Okay, there's a chance he dies, though. He did die. Well, that's fine. At least we didn't gain any stress. Right, let's go to the village. A visit to King's Landing was exactly what I needed to relax before the contest. As I promenade through the streets, I see local children emulating a battle using sticks as their weapons and yelling, "For the honour of my house," in multiple "ark." When I stop to admire one of the most prominent buildings, proudly standing in the middle of the square, I inspect it a bit closer. However, I quickly notice some ancient inscriptions. And say, I've studied this ancient language. She becomes my friend. The stone would make fine walls back home, or we must keep learning from them. Sure. I've studied this ancient language, and she becomes my friend somehow. Connection... Yeah, how one led to the other, we don't really need to know, but she no longer hates us as much. We fulfilled our befriend ambition. Alright. Let's become friends with Balin Greyjoy. Let's just keep adding friends. Well-timed bribe. I don't need to bribe anyone, he'll just die anyway. We're at 95%. Let's go to the tavern again. In times past, I sit in a tavern with a small group of courtiers. I saw that gallant knight holding someone's sign, one of them whispers, and I quickly get lost in my own thoughts, observing the flickering of candles. Aha! Okay, we've had this event, actually. It's the one where we have the story of our child being born, and we can then speak to Lord Balin about it. But I gained 52 stress because of it, which is not very good. Duel contest. Who have we got? So we got Stannis versus Will. We got Owen versus Ulfric. We got Balin, not Greyjoy, but Swan, against Tyrick, and then Guyard versus Belden. I think Stannis has this. Let's see. Stannis is out in round 1. I overestimate Stannis every time. Andara is no longer my wet nurse. I think that's probably because all my children are too old. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, what's she done? Yeah, you're both in my court, so it might just be my children are too old. That's fine. The winner of the contest... so Guyard is through to the final. Balin is through to the final. And the winner is... Still waiting on the game to actually move forward on the day here. Maybe it's crashed. I don't think it's crashed, although it won't let me pause. There we go, it lets me pause. And the winner is... Guyard. Okay, well done. Don't know why it was so long on a pause there. Okay, fabricate hook. By halting a messenger in the court of Carolyn, an opportunity has presented itself. By copying the unlanded seal, I can fabricate a letter threatening to increase taxes or circulate it among our courtiers, or at least threaten to. I may get a strong hook. Let's do it. This is your signature, is it not? I got a strong hook. Fantastic. She's indebted to me. We've won the contest. Can I now force you into my court? I can indeed. Okay. So that forces her into our court. Now she's in our court. If we kill Lionel Frey, we can marry her to who we want to marry her to. So, Lionel Frey, prepare to be extremely murdered. You're not employing a wet nurse. Well, there goes my theory that we there goes my theory that we had nobody who was eligible. Okay, maybe she's no longer eligible for the position for some reason. Oh well. We're going to put in Delana. Cool. Seems fine. We have got other positions we could fill in. The problem is each of them cost money. So I only really want to put in the important ones, in theory. We have a new trinket. Oh, we have the ancient plaque for 0.04 prestige per month. Oh, so much. Okay. I'm going back to the tavern. Yeah, let's do a dice game. I got an 8. My dice are lower. I had 1. Okay. Let's see, I got 5. My dice are lower. Okay. I lost. Oh. Well, at least I lose stress. It's kind of cool. I think I also gain money, because each time it says he pays me 20 and I lose 15, so... Yeah, unless I read it wrong. I think I gain money no matter what on that event, which is kind of cool. Anyway, I know it's slightly early, but I am going to have to end the episode there, but thank you very much for watching. We have some new plots that are going. I think everything is looking fine for us here. Mostly. We're at the point where we have an heir here who makes sense. We have an heir almost here that makes sense. If we can get rid of Rob, that would be good. When's the next time we can murder him? Murder him in 4 months. So yeah, once one of these schemes ends, we can start murdering Rob, which would be good. Yeah, that'll then give us the Westlands and the Riverlands. Potentially, we could then get the Vale by murdering this child right here, because then she should be the heir, which she is. Okay, so that would then allow us to get the Vale, and then we'll see where things go from there. But thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.